the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to switch gears a little bit and bring a little research into the classroom. Today we have 3 teachers who are having a little bit of trouble with their rules in the classroom. This sounds like a job for KFry the Science Guy.
KFry the Science Guy.
Let's take a look in classroom number 1. Miss Jordan doesn't really know how to make rules for her students. Let's take a peek.
Okay, so we're working on the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Can anyone tell me what that's called?
I made it for you.
Go.
Sit down! Stop fighting! Someone call KFry!
Well, research says you should only have a maximum of 5 rules in your classroom. That way kids don't get confused. Also, keep all of the rules simple, and they all need to be observable and measurable. One very good strategy to use while making classroom rules is having students create their own rules. This gives them a great sense of ownership and responsibility to the rules. Now, let's see how Miss Jordan implements these rules.
Okay, class, today we're going to work on creating our own rules. Yesterday didn't go so well, so to make our classroom more of a positive environment that you want to be in, I want you to help me think of some rules for our classroom, okay? Anyone have any ideas?
Yeah, no hitting.
No hitting. That is kind of showing a sign of respect for others. So be respectful, maybe? Be respectful. Anything else?
Well, maybe we should listen to you a little bit better.
So listen to the speaker.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going on to the Pythagorean theorem. Anyone tell me what this is called? Remember our rules. You're listening to the speaker.
Oh, sorry.
What is this called? Christine?
Pythagorean theorem.
Good job.
Wow, so glad research could help Miss Jordan in her classroom. Now, let's move on to classroom number 2, where Miss Christine's having a little bit of trouble implementing the rules.
Okay, so who can tell me one thing about the book we just read? Oh, that's the lunch bell. Let's line up and get ready to go.
Oh, yeah, Fred.
Hey, you guys, keep your hands to yourself and line up. Get in this line. We need KFry!
In order to help Miss Christine, we're going to need to bring in some research. In order to effectively implement classroom rules, there are 3 steps you need to take. Number 1, pre-planning. At the beginning of the year, or even before the year starts, think about the rules you want and how you're going to make incentives and consequences. Number 2, the implementing teacher must implement the rules right at the beginning of the year. Make sure the students know what is expected of them. And number 3, the implementing teacher must maintain the rules, consequences, and incentives throughout the year. This is called immediate assertiveness. Now, let's see how Miss Christine uses this research in her classroom.
Welcome to our very first day of kindergarten. Now we're going to need to look at some of our rules that we have so we can behave this year. So one of our rules is to follow directions. Now if we're lining up for lunch, what would it look like if we follow directions? Yes, Amber?
Hands to yourself.
Yes, hands to yourself. Anything else? Should we be talking or no?
No.
No talking. Okay, so should we try this?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to line up. Come over here. Line up in your 1, 2, 3 order. Oh, thank you, Jordan, for keeping your hands to yourself. Good job. Now, no talking. Okay, follow the leader.
Now that we can all implement rules using research, it's time to focus on consequences and incentives. Now, Miss Amber's having a little bit of trouble with her consequences and incentives. Let's take a look.
I don't know.
Christine, you know the rules. Detention. Phone. Now.
That is not even fair. She's on her phone too.
Jordan, put your phone away.
Seriously?
Now let's see how research can help her. It's always important that all rules, consequences, and incentives are age appropriate. To focus on not only the bad behaviors, but also the good behaviors. Parents like to know when their child is doing well in school. Consequences should always be taught and implemented before a problem behavior occurs. It's always important to use the same consequences when necessary on every student. You cannot punish one student and not punish the other when the same problem behavior occurs.
Christine, thank you for being engaged in class today and not having your phone out. Jordan, give me your phone. That's a detention. You know the rules.
Oh, hello, class. Wow, this has been a great episode of KFry, the Science Guy. I hope you have learned as much as I have in implementing classroom rules, creating classroom rules, and using classroom incentives and consequences. Now, stay tuned. The next episode is on dinosaurs. A special thanks to Miss Christine, Miss Jordan, and Miss Amber. Thank you for educating us on the classroom rules, consequences, and procedures. Bye now.
Thanks, KFry!
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye